welcome to you. My name's Dale and this is Dale's Addiction. Today's video is all about the clutch. According to British Vogue, 2023 saw the return of the eponymous clutch bag, where runways were filled with models clutching all sorts of different sized bags. However, the good news, or not so good news, is, depending on which side of the clutch argument you fall on, is that clutches are here to stay in 2024. So I thought I would make a video showing you the different types of bags that I have in my collection that I would classify as clutches, the bags that I have in my collection that are not clutches but I can turn into clutches, and the bags in my collection that do not look like clutches at all but I can wear in a clutch kind of style. And I think if you don't want to invest heavily in the clutch trend, because let's be fair, most of them are pretty teeny tiny and useless and they do tend to come and go, this video might be helpful for you to participate in a way that works for you with bags that you already have in your collection. Let's get cracking. So the clutch is synonymous with evening wear, at least that's where it started. And as our fashion has evolved, we've started to see clutches come through in many forms. I think Bottega Veneta can really say that they changed the way that the clutch was kind of worn with those big slouchy dumpling bags. Similarly, when Fendi brought out the first Fendi First bags in the larger sizes, again, they really shifted how we use the clutch bag. Clutches have been something recently that I have tended to invest in, and I think that's because I have a lot of practical pieces. And I tend to look for more statement pieces now in my collection, and so I have found that I have invested in more clutches. So I want to show you a couple of them briefly. I have some mod shots that I want to show you as well, just styled back with a simple black suit. I've got some tips for how to carry clutches, and then I'll show you some styled as I would style them, Dale's Addiction style. So not so conservative, a little bit more, you know, everyday wear, not just for evenings out. Alright, so let's start with the obvious. First and foremost, my Fendi made to order. This is the Fendi Baguette trunk. Now, this actually comes with a strap, but realistically it looks very clutch-like. It's small and dainty, it is bejeweled and delicate, and it doesn't fit much in it. Something a little bit more well known is probably the Alexander McQueen Knuckle Duster clutch. These things are very, very well known in the luxury bag realms. Again, very, very small, fit only a small amount, beautifully delicate, ornate pieces reserved for special occasions. And then we have Louis Vuitton's Petit Mal, which is based on their trunks. Now mine is a limited edition seasonal piece. Look how beautiful she looks in the ostrich leather. Again, beautifully ornate, probably more delicate. Obviously these do come in a canvas finish and an epi-leather finish as well, but you can see that they're very, very jewel-like. They're very just luxurious looking, and oh, there's my wallet. I wore it yesterday. And they're very reserved, I suppose, for special occasions. Now, the reason that most of us probably don't invest in these pieces is typically because they're very small, they're reserved for the odd special occasion, and they're super expensive. But clutches don't have to be like that. Now, I talked about the Fendi First before. The Fendi First, this is the small size. The medium size works well as a clutch also, and I'll pop in a couple of pictures that I find from, say, Instagram over here with the medium clutch. But the Fendi First works well as a clutch for a few reasons. One, it has this F-shaped closure, which means you can pinch it. So you can literally clutch this bag. You can clutch it at the back, you can clutch it at the top end, and you can just look quite nonchalant. And I'll insert some mod shots of me on Instagram here wearing a Fendi First in that way. You can also tuck this one under your arm like so, or you can have it on the front of your forearm like that, so it's kind of resting like a little puppy dog would, for example, if you were carrying a puppy around. Now this one, as we know, it's not a clutch. It actually has the option of converting these little round bits here, eyelets, and popping on a strap attachment. The bag is cavernous enough that you can carry all of your essentials and leave the strap inside. So if you no longer want to clutch it, you can convert it into a shoulder carry, and then you've got your hands free for whatever important business, canapes and champagne you might be needing to carry around. More on shoulder bags that you can convert to clutches. Let's go for the more, petite sized bags. First of all, I have this Louis Vuitton soft trunk bag. This is actually a shoulder bag and it's quite roomy. Here is the strap, adjustable and detachable. The D-rings are very, very small and can be hidden there in the folds of the bag, making this the perfect option for a clutch. Yes, it's like the Petite Mal, but it's less delicate. It fits a lot more in it, and just like the Fendi First, you can take your essentials, leave the strap inside, and then you can use the strap if you need your hands free. The Petite Mal comes with a strap also, I must mention, but really the beauty of this bag is in wearing it as a clutch. The next set of shoulder bags that you could consider wearing as a clutch are your mini bags. So this is the Fendi Mini Baguette. Any mini bag that has detachable straps is perfect for converting to a clutch. The Mini Baguette actually has a top handle that you can convert to a little wristlet. So not only can you clutch it, but you've also got the security that you won't drop it. If we look to the regular size baguette, I've got my Fendi Mirror Baguette here. This is a re-edition from the 1999 Spring Summer collection, released last year to celebrate the 25th anniversary of the baguette. And this one, I simply took off the top handle and the longer strap, and the proportions of this look really good worn under the arm, like so. I have this Louis Vuitton favourite. It comes with a vachetta strap and also a chain strap, but I can tuck them both away and just carry this one as a clutch. In fact, I have done that on many occasions when I travel, and I quite like the understated appeal of having the monogram with like a sharp black suit, which I'll pop in the mod shots here, because it just takes everything down a peg. Sometimes I think we can look like we try too hard, and I think something that's a little bit worn in, a little bit familiar, a little bit casual can be the perfect finishing touch on an outfit, especially in the evening. That's my hot take anyway. Here's a little trick I love. If you have invested in a Chanel wallet on chain, mine is the Golden Class in Caviar. Even though you can tuck the chain inside of the bag, what I like to do with the chain is to grab the chain and wrap it around your wrist a few times to effectively make a jewellery and clutch combo. I love the undone nature of this. I love that it looks so just undone and beautiful and chic, and it really adds another element to your outfit, especially if you're light on the costume jewellery and you want to make a statement. You can turn your Chanel seasonal bags into clutches. Simply tuck away the straps and all of a sudden you've got yourself a beautiful clutch bag. It's really how you wear it. You can wear it underneath, you can wear it under your arm, you can grab it at the top. Again, I'll pop in the mod shots over here, but I think it's really worthwhile having the options to wear your existing bags in different ways. And then finally, if you haven't seen my recent video where I show you the comparison of my medium luxury top handle bags, you can grab a medium-sized top handle bag and you can follow the runway styling by popping your arm through the handle and holding the bag at the bottom. See the mod shot over here. You get a really unique silhouette, and I did this with a bunch of different top handle luxury bags, including my Birkin, and I think it looks fantastic, especially if you're kind of just wandering around, you know, browsing the shops, window shopping kind of thing. I think it's a really interesting silhouette. It's really chic, and it looks like you've actually, you know, thought about your silhouette. No clutch video would be complete without a novelty clutch. Meet Gary. If you're not familiar with Gary, Gary is actually a bag. He doesn't carry that much. And that brings me on to the next segment. How do you get away with carrying a clutch when they hardly hold anything? So here's where I share my little secrets with you. Whenever I am wearing a bag as a clutch or a clutch bag, you will typically find me wearing separates. I rarely wear clutches with dresses. There's a reason for that. Your clutch doesn't carry many things. So to be able to have pants and or a blazer like I have in the mod shots for this video, gives you options to tuck a little lip gloss into your pocket, perhaps your phone into a pocket, perhaps a compact into your pocket, particularly if you're not going along with a date and you can use their pockets. When you take a clutch and you don't want to cut back on some of your essentials, think about what you're wearing. If you're wearing a dress that has volume and you can conceal things in your pockets without affecting your shape, do it. But consider when you're wearing a clutch, going for a more modern aesthetic of pants and a tailored blazer with a cami. You will thank me for it. You'll have so many more options in terms of where you can put little bits and pieces, and your bag can shine and you don't have to worry about it. I think for me, clutches really represent the opportunity to play in your wardrobe. You're thinking about your look, your silhouette, you're playing around with different textures and colors, and you don't always have to spend a fortune. And as I've said in this video, you can actually use bags that you already have in your collection, just wearing them a different way. Obviously be aware of how much you're handling the pieces, because some are quite delicate. For example, even though I could wear this bag as a clutch, it's less likely that I would, because I would risk getting this beautiful mohair manky and dirty, and, you know, touching things with your hands to that extent, not just a handle, means you have to be really careful of not having makeup and food, and, you know, it's just generally more tricky to care for them. So think about where you're going, and therefore what fabric or material, I should say, is best for that occasion. Consider the insurance policy of having a strap that you can at least wrap around to make it a wristlet, so that you have that security that if you are going to grab a drink or eat a canapé, that you can leave it dangle and not risk it falling out from under your arm as you reach for things, because that can also be a challenge as well. Now, I think for me, do I need any more bags that I could wear as clutches? No. It's no secret though that I've always wanted to try a Bottega Veneta bag. I love the idea of the larger clutches. For me though, I think it would probably most likely be in the Fendi First style, just because I love Fendi and I love that shape, but they tend to come in more neutral colours in those larger sizes, so I'd prefer to wait for something that's a little bit more me. But yeah, I just wanted to give you my insights on how I style clutches, how you can pull outfits together wearing clutches, how you can use bags in your own collection as clutches simply by changing the way that you wear them, and things to look out for. So I hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have any extra tips you'd like to add, please pop them in the comment section down below. Give this video a thumbs up if you've enjoyed it, and consider subscribing if you haven't already. I put out videos on Wednesdays and Sundays, and sometimes some extras, so I'll see you back here for the next one. Ciao!